All right. Hello, Facebook. It's so fun to go live again. I have not done a public live video in months. Um, I've been running my paid groups and working with clients and just haven't. And I often feel like this occurs when I'm going through a lot of upgrades in myself. Um, And as I've mentioned in past videos, I often feel this nudge inside to go live once a week on Mondays. It's always Mondays, which I find just so interesting. And maybe that's um, supportive for some of you to have like a consistent, peaceful energy every week on Mondays for you to tune in with, just be in with me. I think it can set a nice energy for the week. And this is particularly for those of you that resonate with my energy. So, welcome. I'm really grateful that you're here, whether you're catching me live or if you are catching the replay. I love to hear from you in the comments. If you want to say hello, let me know where you're from. And then as we open up the gates of the message that's coming through for you today, I'd love to hear what you want to add to the conversation. I also am deeply honored to continue to share about the Christ Money River Flow with you all. I know, well, some of you are in that membership portal with me, and quite a lot of you are in communication with me about it, talking with me about it, and I'm just gonna keep. It's like I see blue ocean waves through me. This is just, it's the energetics of the actual energy of abundance, which is the actual energy quality of our currency, of money, that God's been guiding me in, like initiated me in, and continues to take me through these levels of initiation and integration and deeper learnings, um, more and more refined alignment through my own life and finances and business and marriage as well. So, one thing that I love about this so much with the Christ Money River Flow is that it's one way is it's actually the peace of God. And I do often talk about God and Goddess because we know it's been a patriarchy on this planet for thousands of years. I'm not making judgments about that, I'm just naming it. And truthfully, as we know, God's not a man or a woman, God's not a human being. Like, God is beyond what we could describe with words. It's, from my perspective, it's like the mystery of all of creation, and really peaceful and very joyful. So, one of the ways that God shows me to be in myself and that works through me is through the peace of God. I'm just tuning in with what they want me to say right now, just like keep talking about Christ Money River Flow. So the Christ Money River Flow is, it's the actual energy of money, and it's so different than what 99 or higher percent of humanity experience in relationship with their currency. It is not fear, it is not scarcity, it is not survival mode, it is not lack, it's not competitive. It is not lack. It's not that there's only so much or there's only a limited amount and only some people can have it. That is purposefully done dark programming to humanity, and as far as I know, it's always going to be there. I don't particularly come from a perspective of like thinking that we're going to change the world. I'm certainly open to it, and my mission, my voice, my work absolutely is about my own personal embodiment of primarily the goddess aspect of the creator, but also the God aspect inside. As you know, the like the divine masculine is at the core of the divine feminine and vice versa. But, you know, embodied as a woman, I'm primarily in my feminine flow. And along with many of you amazing women, that's actually what that's actually what my lamp is back here. Women and men, but all of us like linked arms. Can I try to hold it? All of us linked arms together as whatever word you like to use. Light workers, for example, helping to unite through the truths of our Creator, the truths of who we actually are as amazing, infinite, creative, abundant, currently here on mission human beings. So, you know, I want to have as wide reaching of an impact as I can have throughout my life. I'm 37 right now, so I plan on having a very long, happy life. And throughout the course of my life, I'm always going to be talking about God. I'm always going to be working on embodying God and peace and love myself and abundance, and teaching about all these things and having clients and leading group programs. And it's just who I am. And I know a lot of you can relate with that. So those of you resonating with this message, maybe check out Christ Money. It's a membership that I run. It's actually a 7-step spiritual attunement process. It's a full year. So it's really absolutely vital that you commit to a full year of embodying the Christ Money river flow through your energy field, which includes your physical body. So therefore it's going to reflect back to you and your physical reality in relationship with money, with wealth and success, so that we can flip the switch per se, so that we can make a correction so that we're functioning from love when it comes to financial flow. So that, you know, if you look at how much corruption, damage is done, manipulating people, taking advantage of people, hurting people, war, so much dark money, right? And this beautiful energy reader I've recently found on Instagram, I'm trying to think of her name. I'm sure I could find it. I'll put it in the comments. But I heard her talking about the same thing, and I've seen some of you writing about this as well. I know it's actually ancient knowledge that when you really embody the energy of money, it's water. And this did not come to me on a cognitive idea level, like this came to me from God, this came to me spiritually. And there's many people that have been teaching this all the way back through ancient times, that the energy quality of money is a current, it's a flow, it's a river. And this other energy reader I was listening to on Instagram was saying the same thing. So it's just so affirming, right? It helps me feel confident in what I feel God teaching through me and helping my clients with, which, oh my God, if I talked about my client results, it's just makes me cry. It's just amazing. And I'm so happy. So think of it like we're cleaning the river, you know, if it's your destiny to, because some of you will just know this is your destiny. You'll be feeling like a pulsing in your heart, resonating with what I'm saying. We're cleaning out the energy of money. So even all over the place where you see money being used for dark means, or for means that create separation, division, destruction, gaps between rich and poor, it's distributed unequally, based on race, based on gender. These things are very real. And you'll see also in like where the river of money is dirty, you'll see it being distributed unequally. They're trying to keep it away from the light, right? They don't like people like me that want to clean it and want money to be known again through God. Because God creates everything. God creates you, me, trees, butterflies, flowers, apples, oranges, money. Money's a flow, just like nature is a flow, just like your breath is a flow. I also teach yoga, and the pay for yoga teachers is very small. Whereas the spiritual work, the impact of their work on their students is very incredible, right? So that's one example of money not being distributed equally to those who are doing incredible spiritual work on the planet. That brings us to the religion part of this conversation. And you'll always hear me say, like, I'm not for or against religion, but there's certainly a lot of dark programming that can come through religion and has for quite some time. And there's aspects of that I would say are religious dogma that has made out money to be evil, or like if you like money, it takes you away from God, that kind of thing. Meanwhile, churches make tons and tons of money. Um, yeah, so we're just cleaning out the river flow. And also, Christ in Christ Money River Flow is not referring to Christ through Roman Christianity. It's referring to the Christ in me and you, that all of us have access to reveal the Christ within, or God or Goddess within, or the Sophia within, or love within, just unconditional love within, abundance within, right? So that inner ascension process. That's what I mean by Christ, and which is actually the original teaching of what Christ is. Even when if you think about Jesus Christ, that's referring to Jesus, Jesus the man who dies, is resurrected, and then becomes the Christ, right? And one way to interpret that is that we all do that in like an initiation inside a spiritual death and rebirth, as if you will. You don't have to. It's a spiritual death and rebirth, and then you can become the Christ version of yourself. Okay, that's the way I see it. I don't expect anybody to think like me. That's just the way I see it. So I tend to attract clients that resonate with that as well. And it doesn't matter if you're any gender you are, that is a spiritual process. So it's kind of meant to transcend literalist religion and get us back into the truth that God is within and abundance is within. And there's actually nothing that can ever separate you from that truth. Okay, so far we're talking about cleaning out the river flow, which is the actual energetics of abundance inside. And in Christ Money Portal, my membership, which right now I have 8 spaces open for, it is a full year commitment. It's a $5,000 investment for a full year commitment in there with me to attune to all these energetics that I'm talking about, the true river flow of abundance through you. And then the more and more you embody that, the way that you're in relationship with money in the world changes, and it becomes very simple, very peaceful. It also aligns with your soul purpose work in the way that you are destined for. Now, part 2 that I want to talk about today, that God wants to talk about through me, is addressing lack, and from 2 perspectives, addressing if you experience a lack of financial flow, which could be interpreted like if you experience not having enough money flow in your life, but it can also be interpreted like perhaps you have enough money, or perhaps you have more than enough money, but maybe that connection with God and joy and abundance energetically is not there. That's also a form of lack. That's what I'll say about that right now. And then also lack in the form of romantic relationships. So perhaps you really desire a soul-aligned, fulfilling, what I call sacred marriage or sacred relationship in your life. So perhaps you're currently knowing that, desiring that, wanting it, but that person has not showed up yet in your reality. So maybe you have the perception of not having that. Or if you are married, or if you are, you have a partner, but the energetic connection, which is actually in you, again, to God or Goddess, which are really the same thing, and love and abundance is not there energetically. So you could have a partner or a spouse, or maybe there's separation right now, or maybe there's talk of separating. Do you see, if you have an inner perception inside yourself that you lack, it's basically like if you're in an energetic misperception that you're separate from God and love and abundance, you will experience vacuums of lack in your physical reality, like a vacuum of lack of purpose in your life, or a vacuum of lack of money flow, a vacuum of lack of purpose, joy, connection in your marriage, in your relationship, or maybe a lack of that partner that you really want and that you know is for you. And I'm talking about all this stuff if it's in your destiny, if it's aligned. This is just so fun, right? And I love to hear what anybody wants to say about this. Any comments coming up? Anything you want to add? I mean, basically, the healing of all of this is all within you. It's all within you, and it's all about, if you would like to cease to experience lack of flow in your life, lack of aligned marriage, aligned relationship, aligned work, career, finance flow, money. It's all in your consciousness already. This is about you going into yourself in the way that looks for you. There's an infinite number of ways to bring to life the flow of joy, connection, sacred marriage, sacred relationship with wealth, success, money, career. It's about enlivening it, igniting it in your own body, because all of this exists for all of us already in the universal infinite consciousness of creative energy. So therefore, it's all in you already. If what you're thinking about is not in your physical reality, it's just about bringing it into your physical body energetically. So this is where we look at what I call flow of creation healing. And if it's about wanting to unlock more ease, joy, the actual energy of abundance, the actual energy of currency through your physical life, that's where the Christ Money River Flow comes in, because that's already available for you. Part of my role as a healer, Christ Money mentor, abundance guide, for my clients, God actually, and Christ energetically, he does do healings, and so does other members on my team. I have a whole family of spiritual friends that are my family, like spiritual family, in addition to my physical family and my husband, and they do profound healings with my clients. So the way that they activate that actual river flow happens at the back of the heart chakra and the back of the head, the brain, the heart, the inner child, the nervous system. It's really quite cool. Cool is an understatement. It's profound. And then we also do flow of creation healing, which includes Christ Money River Flow, depending on the client's destiny and what can happen that day. But flow of creation basically refers to the Kundalini flow, the Sushumna flow through your core central chakra system that aligns with your spine and there's many of them, energy centers through your body, and they go through every one of your energy bodies. We want flow of creation, all that is, to be able to flow through you unobstructed and freely. And the energy qualities of this are bliss, God, love, abundance, your soul purpose, your healing journey. And the cool thing is, it's built into you, everything that you're meant to have and be and do and experience in your life. And most people on the planet are not on a path like this. Like my coach says, hi Jess, if you watch this, 70 to 80% of humanity is not on a self-development or a healing path, and totally fine. I've certainly had lifetimes like that. I think we all have. And, so this is just meant to be helpful for those that are on a path of healing and self-development. And generally people come to me when they have tried lots of different kinds of healing, and people come to me when not only are they on a path of healing, but they're also on a path of their soul purpose. They're on a path of sovereignty in God, wanting to heal relationship with money. they don't really want to have to think about money anymore. They just want to flow in their purpose. So I feel I've said enough. I feel the transmission already concluded, and I'm just going on because I love to talk about all this. And if you would like to talk to me more, I do offer complimentary 45-minute abundance Zoom calls that include everything we've spoken about here. And if you're curious about joining Christ Money Portal, we can talk about that as well. But the Zoom call with me, I don't have an end result in mind, which is about being in feminine flow. We're really not. Jacqueline's here. Hi, beautiful. Feminine flow does not focus on result. We just need to know that the results and outcomes that are natural for us come and they happen, and we don't really focus on the result very much. Whereas men or people that are more in their masculine energy are more result focused, right? Process focused, production focused, result focused, and that's perfect. And as women, we have that inside as well. It is important, but the way that I feel most natural and most on purpose when I lead these complimentary abundant Zoom calls, and I have about 10 spaces open right now a week for these. I don't do them all the time, but when I'm enrolling for programs, I do open them up, and it's for you. I really lean back just like this, and I allow myself to be an open conduit, just an open vessel. And I bring through messages for you, healings through God happen, Christ Money River activations happen, healings from childhood happen, depossessions happen when they need to. It's all like really safe and beautiful and divine. Also, I want to mention I have 5 spaces open for one-to-one clients, full year mentorship clients that would like to work with me for 2024. I have 5 spaces open, and that's so much fun. It's everything we've spoken about so far, but a full year with me is for you if you want to experience sacred relationship deeper with yourself, with God, with money, with your soul purpose, and with expanding into all of that in the world. And the results that I see my clients have are just astounding. And I've been in business for 10 years, and the more people I work with, it just keeps validating how real all of this is. And I honestly feel like on an individual level, I'm not doing anything. I'm just open, and I allow my lips to move. I allow the words to come out. I see visions for my clients, like guidance, messages, what to do, what to say, how to set boundaries in this one specific relationship, what moves to make in their business, what to go forward with, what to think about. So I get messages for you all throughout the year, but it's not me putting a formula or an agenda on you. Like if there's any formula, it's just me helping you come out of any hiding, me helping you heal from past lifetimes of hiding or abuse, me helping you resurrect your voice, your talents, your gifts, your actual God-given relationship with wealth creation, and a lot of safety. Like my energy field provides a lot of safety for you to unfurl and unwind, and for your voice to heal. And it's really quite rapid and profound, the transformations that happen. Yeah, so I will say that. I'll put the link to book in abundant Zoom calls into the comments. I'd love to chat with you, and I'd love to hear anything you want to share. I'd love to hear like what pinged with you the most throughout this video today. And I'm sending you all so much love, and I will talk to you later. Bye.